Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading. If you like what you see and hear on this channel, please like and subscribe and please let other people know. I do have a bookshop.org site, a shop that I link to. I've linked to in the description if you want to help support me in my book buying habits. I would really appreciate it. The book today I'm going to review for you, the book I'm going to review for this video is What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. This came out last year? Yeah, it came out in 2025, so it's a fairly recent book, hence why I have a hardback, not a paperback. I read it for my mom's advice book club that I attend online. It was in May. We do it like the last Thursday in May in the month, but there are sometimes exceptions. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it, I'll let you know what I gave at the end after I read the blurb on the side, and then I will give you my review and thoughts. A teenage girl breaks free from her father's world of isolation to discover that her whole life is a lie in this propulsive new novel from the New York Times bestselling author of Pretty Things and Watch Me Disappear. The first thing you have to understand is that my father was my entire world. Growing up in an isolated cabin in Montana in the mid-90s, Jane knows only the world that she and her father live in. The wood stove that heats their home, the vegetable garden where they try to eke out a subsistence, the books of 19th century philosophy that her father gives her to read in lieu of going to school. Her father is elusive about their past, telling Jane little beyond the facts that they once lived in the Bay Area and that her mother died in a car accident. The crash propelling him to move Jane off the grid to raise her in a Walden-esque utopia. As Jane becomes a teenager, she starts pushing against the boundaries of her restricted world. She begs to accompany her father on his occasional trips away from the cabin. But when Jane realizes that her devotion to her father has made her an accomplice to a horrific crime, she flees Montana to the only place she knows to look for answers about a mysterious past in her mother's death, San Francisco. It is a city in the midst of a seismic change, where her quest to understand herself will force her to reckon with both the possibilities and the perils of the fledgling internet, and where she will come to question everything she values. I gave this book a 4. Very solid book. I enjoyed it. I can't really remember. I think there were some times that just felt that it lingered too long in an area. It's divided up into 3 different parts. Really. Starts out as Jane. There's 3 parts, 3 different names. You don't know the third name, what she's calling herself in the present day. Most of it takes place in the late 90s, I would think, when the internet's mid to late 90s. So Jane, quote unquote, is about my age. She's probably in her late 40s, early 50s at this point now, if she were a true person. It sort of is a bit, she does give an author's note. She does base it on partly, I think, on Ted Kaczynski. And she also she listened to a podcast called Project Unabomb, which helped her with, which she found really helpful with the book. It's found on, you can find it, I think it's, I know it's on Apple Podcasts because that's what I use, but I'm pretty sure you can find it on any podcast platform. I really did like it. I mean, it's been a few weeks since when I'm recording this, since when I read it. But I did find it really propulsive, and it didn't take me very long to read it, and I quite enjoyed the book. So that was What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. Yeah, I really quite enjoyed it, and I'm not much of a dystopic type of reader. It is a bit dystopic in places, but it is set. I would say it was contemporary setting because she is writing from a place where she knows about a bit about it, and she lived through it, and I think she's probably about my age. And yeah, that was What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.